Welcome to episode 4 of the Mother of the Bride Tips wedding planning series. Today we will go over some tips for how to choose attendants for your wedding. In case we haven't met yet, my name is Kristen and I have helped 2 daughters plan their weddings, one in 2 months and the other across 2 years. So I've been on both ends of the spectrum. So I am taking what I learned and making this video series to help other brides like you through the process. It goes along with the printable wedding planner I designed, which is available in my Etsy shop below. So now that we have become a little bit acquainted, let's get started. So the first steps were to create a vision for your wedding, select a wedding date, and set a budget. If you missed those episodes, you can find the link to the playlist in the description box below. Today, we are going to go over step 4, choosing the attendants for your wedding. Your wedding attendants will be your support crew as you go on this wedding planning journey together. So what kind of attendants do you need for your wedding, and what are their responsibilities? Let's go over those. The bride's attendants usually include a maid of honor or matron of honor if she is married, and some bridesmaids, and sometimes a junior bridesmaid or a flower girl. So let's review what each of those roles are in the wedding. Who's the maid of honor and what does she do? Brides usually choose their best friend or closest sister to be their maid of honor. Her responsibilities typically include helping you shop for your wedding dress, being your point person, relaying information to the rest of the wedding party, hosting the bridal shower, planning the bachelorette party, and being a witness on your marriage license, as well as holding the bride's bouquet during the ceremony, giving a toast at the reception, and being your personal assistant on the wedding day. Bridesmaids are usually a few close friends, sisters, or cousins that will help you celebrate your special day. Their responsibilities can include shopping and paying for their own bridesmaid attire. They should book their own travel and hotel arrangements. The bridesmaids often help plan the bridal shower and the bachelorette party and assist the bride with wedding planning tasks such as favors, or setting things up the day before, and of course, attending the wedding rehearsal and rehearsal dinner. And most importantly, help support the bride emotionally and pose for lots of photos to commemorate the day. A junior bridesmaid is usually a young family member between the ages of 8 and 16 that you want to include in your special day. Her responsibilities can include helping with small tasks such as assembling or passing out the wedding favors, attending the wedding rehearsal, walking down the aisle, carrying the bride's train, and standing at the altar and posing for lots of pictures. A flower girl is usually a younger family member between the ages of 4 and 7. Her responsibilities are usually pretty simple: dress up and be adorable. And sometimes they walk down the aisle and toss flower petals, or sometimes they hold a wreath or a sign as they walk, and they, of course, come to the wedding rehearsal to practice. They pose for some pictures on the wedding day, and mostly are just adorable. The groom's attendants usually include the best man and some groomsmen, and sometimes a junior groomsman or ring bearer or additional ushers. So let's go over what each of those roles are in the wedding. The best man is usually the groom's best friend or closest brother. His responsibilities can include going with the groom to the tuxedo fittings, being the point man, coordinating the other groomsmen, planning the bachelor party, holding the rings at the ceremony, being a witness on the marriage license, giving a toast at the reception, and being the groom's right-hand man on the big day. Who are the groomsmen? Well, they are usually the groom's close friends, brothers, or cousins to help him celebrate the special day. Their responsibilities can include to shop and pay for the groomsmen attire, attend the engagement party or couple shower, help plan and pay for the bachelor party, book their own travel and hotel reservations, attend the rehearsal and rehearsal dinner, be available for setting up, ushering, and support during the wedding weekend, decorating the getaway card, and staying to help with cleanup if needed. Similar to a junior bridesmaid, a junior groomsman is usually a young family member between the ages of 8 and 16 that you want to include in the festivities. His responsibilities can include helping with small tasks, attending the wedding rehearsal, rolling out the aisle runner, passing out programs, standing at the altar with the other groomsmen, and posing for pictures. A ring bearer is usually a younger family member between the ages of 5 and 7. His responsibilities can include carrying the ring pillow down the aisle, carrying the bride's train, holding a sign, attending the wedding rehearsal to practice his role, and being adorable while posing for pictures. So now that you know what the different roles are in the wedding party, it's time to consider 3 things. How many attendants do you want? Which family members do you want to ask? And which friends do you want to ask? So first of all, how many attendants do you want? That kind of depends on what size wedding you are having. Keep the number of attendants in line with the size of your wedding and your budget. For a small wedding, have only 2 or 3 attendants on each side. My oldest daughter just had her 2 sisters as her attendants because she wanted to keep it small. For a medium-sized wedding, you could have 4 or 5 attendants on each side. This is very common. A large wedding could have anywhere from 6 to 12 attendants per side. Keep in mind that the bigger the wedding party, the more costs will be involved. You're probably already thinking about which family members you want to be in your wedding party. Do you have brothers, sisters, or cousins that you want to ask to be your attendants? If you are close to your siblings or cousins, ask them first to be in your wedding. And now it's time to decide which friends to ask. This may be easy or hard depending on how many friends you have. Here are some tips for choosing friends for your wedding party. Number 1, ask yourself, how long have you been friends? Choose friends who have been in your life a long time that will be there for you no matter what. Ask yourself if they can handle the responsibilities that are expected of them. And make sure you really want them in your wedding party. This is a big event and you want to have the right group of people with you. And don't be pressured to match the same number of attendants as your fiancé. It's okay to have more or less. Once you have decided who you want to ask to be in your wedding party, there are many ways to do that. A simple text or email, a phone call, send them a note card or a gift, and Pinterest has a lot of creative ideas for you to ask someone to be in your wedding. Be sure to keep all their contact information in one place so you can communicate wedding plans with them easily. I have some printable forms in my Etsy shop that can be helpful for this. To check out the wedding attendant worksheet bundle in my shop, click on the link in the description box. And you can use the coupon code YouTube50 to get a 50% discount on this worksheet bundle. And if you want help planning your whole wedding, I have a step-by-step wedding planner in many versions available in my shop that will take you through the whole process. See the link below if you are interested. Coming up next is episode 5 on how to make a guest list for your wedding. So if you need help with that, keep watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. To see more episodes of this wedding planning series as they are released, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.